B done wrote a diss song about OG and talking about her fake designer. Tammy and Reggie finally revealed that they are married. Cece and Byron have their engagement party, but London, Thomas, and Kristin are not invited. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Can we just talk? Can we just talk?
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into my channel. It's your girl Nesha here, back in the cut once again. Welcome to all of my new, old, and potential subscribers. Thank you for tuning in every week. You are greatly appreciated, all right? Let's go ahead and get into this review of Basketball Wives. This is Season 8, Episode 5, all right? We start the episode off with Tammy, who is currently working on a stiletto boot with another designer. I did not get her name. It's really cute, something I would wear. Collaboration is called Rich and Romain. So she invites OG over. For one, she wants OG to try on her new boots, and I think she gave her a pair, girl. And then two, because she wants to talk about this brunch, and she feels like it was not a success. I think it was, because OG and Kristin did apologize to each other, although it didn't go the way she wanted it to go, because I think what Tammy was looking for was for everybody to just apologize to OG for ganging up on OG, as they put it. I still don't believe that OG was ganged up on. How do you call it ganging up on someone when everybody literally just said it was not appropriate for you to talk about this man's dad and the fact that Byron wasn't his real dad? I mean, you're trying to hurt Kristin by going at Byron, or not Byron, but Thomas, who wasn't there to defend himself. So I didn't feel like it was them ganging up on her. So a lot of people don't like Kristin for obvious reasons. She came in trying to be a part of the Mean Girls. She literally turned her back on Cece and brought up personal information that did not need to be brought up. So when it came down to Kristin versus OG, a lot of people just hopped on OG's side. And I still feel that you put it in your mental manila folder so that way whenever the opportunity came up to where you could get Kristin, or you could hurt her feelings, or you could attempt to drag her, or whatever the case, that you would have that information. So now we go over to Jen and Kristin. So Jen tells us that she has removed herself from the situation so that she can work on herself. She says that she has had her woosah moments. She's also started going to therapy. She realizes that, you know, her mom is not here anymore. So she has to do what she has to do in order to deal with situations better and to, you know, kind of help her with that whole grieving process that she's going through. We talk about the crystal party, and she says that, I think it was Kristin that said, you know, it was really big of Shaunie to go over there and hug you. And she says, yeah, you know, because I was going through some things, so I really appreciate Shaunie. And by the way, I do have something I would like you to give to Shaunie. So she hands Kristin a note. Now, Kristin is a little bit hesitant when it comes to giving this note to Shaunie. And simply because she's like, look, the last time I went and told Shaunie a message for you, it all went left. In Jennifer's defense, she didn't tell you to go tell Shaunie that at that love party. She literally just told you that she doesn't see why it was a big deal anyway, because he cheated on her. And so this should not be like a shocker. But you didn't like sitting on that information. It made you feel some type of way. And two, you always got to run back and tell Shaunie stuff because you're more concerned with fitting in with Shaunie them than you are with just trying to be a friend to anybody, okay? Or even a family member. You just had to go over there and tell Shaunie something. So now we're at Cece and Byron's engagement party, or shall I say Byron and Cece's engagement party. And y'all, I truly like seeing them like this. You can tell they're into each other. And at the end of the day, that's truly all that matters. So a lot of y'all know how I felt last week. I said I did not like the fact that she openly says she didn't care whether they liked her or not, whether they attended the wedding or not. At the end of the day, it was all whatever made him happy is what she was focusing on. And I felt like her saying that further proved their point that, listen, Cece is the reason why Byron has changed. Cece is the reason why he's not seeing his grandkids. Cece is the reason why he doesn't come around family. And I just felt like that was just supporting their argument. But then y'all got into the comments, and I tell y'all, get into the comments, let me know what y'all think, because I truly like to have the conversation. I want to understand what everybody else think. I don't need a bunch of yes men on my channel. If you disagree with me, tell me you disagree with me, let's have the conversation, okay? And so y'all disagree because you said, you know what, they are grown, they should be over it by now, they should be more concerned with allowing him to be happy, and it seems like the ex-wife could possibly be the cause of this, putting the battery in their back, because they're constantly at it. They're not allowing him to be happy. Knowing that information, I can say that yes, they are grown, they should be over it, and it really does not matter whether or not they show up. And hell, they didn't show up to the engagement party. Y'all remember she invited Kristin, but Kristin didn't pop up, okay? Kristin was in her feelings. And I don't know, maybe she invited Thomas, maybe she didn't. London wasn't there. Malaysia, OG and Jackie did attend. Malaysia specifically was upset because she feels like her family is just falling apart. Why is London not here? I knew that Kristin wouldn't be here, but London is not here. Like Jackie said, you know what? Byron truly seems happy, Malaysia. So I think that Cece and Byron have everyone here that they truly know, that loves them, that wants to see the best of them, and that's it. That's it. Even though it was only Cece's family and his old friend. So while we're at the engagement party, of course, OG showed up, right? So Malaysia still feels some sort of way since the last event that they attended. And so then OG comes up and Malaysia basically says, you know what, I don't have too much time, but I do need to talk with you regarding this whole Cece and Byron situation, and how you brought up the fact that he's not really Thomas's father, but he raised him. I mean, were you using this as retaliation just to get back to Kristin? Like, what's the deal? I did have a conversation with Byron, and he was telling me that he did tell you, but not so that you can come back and use it maliciously. And she's like, no, I didn't use it like that. You know, I was just saying something. Of course, we go back to the point that it's not a big secret. But here's my thing. Malaysia asked Byron, did you tell her so that she can go back and say this in a nasty way? I'm like, girl, what type of question is that? Of course he didn't tell her, he didn't use her to be the person to go back and say something that he couldn't. I don't think Byron, he doesn't come off to me as the man that would be intimidated by anybody. If he wanted to say it to somebody, he would have said it. Like I said last week, it seemed to be something that they were talking about. They just came up in conversation. May not have spent too much time there, but OG heard it and she stuck it in her what? Mental manila folder. Anyway, I just need Malaysia and OG at this point to just let it go. OG's trying to get past it. She said what she said. It's over. It's done with. It's out there. I know that Malaysia feels like, well, maybe Thomas didn't want people to know. But then like some of the people in my comment section said, well, the dad, TK Carter, had already came out and said it. And he also has pictures of his son and his granddaughter on his social media. So I don't think it was that big of a secret. So now we go over to Tammy's event that she's having for the Rich and Roman collection or collaboration that she's currently working on. Of course, she only invites Jackie and OG because those are the only two people that she's messing with on Basketball Wives, okay? So she talks with Reggie and she tells him, you know what, life is so short. Ever since what happened to Kenny happened, I know he's getting himself back in good health, but it just makes me think, you know, life is too short. I want the world to know that the love of my life is also my husband. And I feel like it's just time for me to let everybody know. And so he says, okay, so you're going to do it right now? And she's like, no, I'm going to wait. I want it to be special. You know, I want to bring more people that really rock with me, that I love, that I trust with my information. I want to bring them and just do like a little gathering or whatever. And so that is where they plan to do the big reveal that's at her house. So Shaunie had Shakirs' birthday party. She did not do it at her new residence. She rented out a house that looked similar to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air house. And so she, you know, did this whole thing. She had the taxi cab out there. She had the butler walking around, Jeffrey. She, you know, had everybody come there dressing up, you know, something like the 90s theme or whatever. It was really nice. So Evelyn and her son Leo come comes in and it looks so cute. And I can recall seeing a picture on her Instagram. They had Blueface there performing. Okay, so this is really good for Blueface, you know, since recently you was all in the on social media and people were dragging you for how you treated your mama, which I still feel like I should have done commentary on that because I had an unpopular opinion. Okay, I truly believed that his mama and his sister did not need to be there in his house, you know, trying to run things and being disrespectful. So yeah, they had to go. Shaunie is thinking about having another getaway for the girls. It's not going to be too far. It's going to be somewhere like in San Diego. And she's thinking this would be really good. She wants to invite all the ladies, but she knows that one of the ladies, Tammy, will not show up because Evelyn will be there. Tammy is not interested in being in any scenes with Evelyn unless she has to be, okay? And simply because she's trying to keep the mess down, and I don't even blame her at this point. She ain't trying to see Jennifer. She feels like Jennifer is a liar. Jennifer has not came out and told her the truth regarding her daughter and how she was a latch kid and all of this stuff, right? Big deal. And Shaunie tells her, you know what? Jennifer wrote me a letter, and she starts to read the letter that Jennifer wrote her or whatever, which is a really nice, sweet letter to the point. And basically, she was just being accountable for her part and saying that hopefully this is them on a new route, okay? So that way they can, you know, mend whatever is broken. And of course, Evelyn don't believe anything. And not only that, Evelyn feels like, wait a minute, you're going to apologize to Shaunie, but you can't apologize to me and my daughter. So of course, I even feel away again. Evelyn, you need to grow up, sweetie. It's about time. Let it go. Just let it go. We all know that Jennifer is an angel in the situation, but for you to be holding on to stuff, it is just getting ridiculous at this point, okay? Now we're at Tammy's home, and this is the big reveal. She's letting the ladies know and all of the people that are near and dear to her heart that she is now Mrs. Youngblood, honey. So she's excited. Apparently, they got married in August 16th of 2018, so they've been married quite a while, nearly a year. And so they're just excited to just, you know, let the people know that really care, love them, and want to see them do good. They want to let them know that, yes, we did it and everything, you know, all the positivity and the good energy that y'all were giving us actually worked, okay? Now, when they revealed that they're married, Jackie was over the top, very pissed off, but happy at the same time. She was doing a whole lot of cursing, pointing and saying, you be, I can't believe you did this. Like, don't ruin it. Because y'all know that from the special that Tammy and Reggie had, when their family found out that they were actually married, they kind of ruined it for them because of their reaction. She thought it was going to be a baby, but it wasn't. It was that they were married. It was because she did help him with picking out a ring. She helped him with, or she tried to help him with, you know, how to propose and things like that. She was very involved, and Tammy wanted her to be involved, but she just wasn't involved when it came to him proposing. And then Tammy says, you know what, there were some things that I didn't like about the proposal, how he did things. I don't think it was necessarily the proposal, but how he did things. Because if y'all can recall, and if you don't, just go back to my review. I reviewed it. But anyway, right after he proposed to her, he kind of like, okay, let's go. We're finna go to Vegas and we're finna elope. It was just quick. So I think that's the part that she did not like. So Tammy tells OG and Jackie, look, don't tell none of the ladies. I want to tell them on my own time, okay? And I think what she's going to do is just, you know, plan something for everybody else to find out. Now, I don't know how Shaunie's going to feel about not knowing, considering the fact that her and Tammy seems to be really cool. But then again, maybe she don't care. Comment down below, let me know if y'all think that Shaunie would even care. Because when it comes down to Shaunie and Evelyn, it just seems like she cared more about what's going on with Evelyn's life than Tammy anyway. So now we go over to Phoebe, Jackie, Evelyn, and Malaysia. And pretty much they're shopping for that mini San Diego trip that they're going to be having in a few days. And we find out that Phoebe has either wrote a full diss song or like she just, you know, had a few bars in there. Dedicated to OG, honey, because she don't like OG ever since OG made that mention about whether or not she signed a gag order. And so she just feels like she's an enemy now. So in this song, she's supposed to talk about her man. She's talking about the fact that she's wearing fake designer clothes. So then Phoebe was like, because she put a post up on IG and she was like vintage or whatever. So then I called Evelyn and Evelyn was like, okay, let me call my friend who had been in business for about 20 years. And then she called her friend. She's like, nope, that's definitely fake. That's not real. So this whole time, Evelyn is looking like, oh my gosh, you just literally gonna like put me out there like that? Why did you have to tell them what you and I talked about behind closed doors? And I'm like, okay, so this gonna be that friend to like just put all your business out there, Evelyn, but you mad at Jennifer for doing it. Malaysia tells her, look girl, you need to calm down. Actually, let's pray. OG is going to body slam you. Just know that. But Phoebe seems to be, you know, just ready for the shits or whatever. And I'm like, okay, Phoebe, leave OG alone. Leave well enough alone now. All she did was ask a question. What's wrong with that? I get some questions, or, you know, maybe you need to warm up to a person before you ask some things. But OG comes off as a person that she just don't, she don't have any filter. She's just going to ask whatever comes to her head, okay? For the most part. So if you didn't feel comfortable with answering that question, you should have not answered it. But for you to already come in here and you all loudmouth and trying to make a scene, all because she asked you a question, there's no real beef there. But anyway, girl, if that helps you sleep at night, Phoebe. All right, so the last thing we're going to talk about is the actual trip. So the ladies are on their way to San Diego. I can't remember whether Malaysia was in one of the vehicles or not, but I can recall Shaunie, Phoebe, and Evelyn being in one vehicle, and then Dominique, Jennifer, Jackie, and OG being in another, okay? And so basically Jennifer says, look, I got permission before, from the horse's mouth, before I even came on this trip. So I know that Shaunie is expecting me, because y'all know how the last trip went, okay? And so she brought Dominique as this is her ride or die, whatever. So Dominique is going to be with her, and it's just going to be her support if something is to pop off while they are there. Dominique is very vocal. Apparently, Dominique is the friend that was at that love event that Shaunie had for her son, Sharif. So actually, there's a deleted scene that we didn't see where Dominique was actually talking, because when we saw her at that event, she was just sitting there as basically like support. She didn't talk. Well, actually, she did. She was like, look, my friend don't lie. So my friend said she didn't say that. She didn't say that. And she's never told me anything like that. Like, girl, just because she didn't tell you that don't mean that she never said it. How naive are you? So then she says, you know, I have 3 kids and my kids are latchkey kids and nothing happened to them and I'm fine. I'm okay with it. So I don't understand, you know, because my friend would never lie. She has never lied and she will never lie. She has never talked about that girl. And I'm like, oh, this girl right here is doing team too damn much. Okay. You done got my team too damn much for this episode. All right. So obviously Evelyn is not happy that Jennifer will be there, but whatever, Evelyn, get over it. So they actually get there before Dominique and Jennifer and all them get there. So when they get there, she's like, look, let me figure out how this whole sleeping arrangement finna go, because you feel some type of way about Jennifer. We don't know who the hell this Dominique character is. We don't know her like that. So I don't know if I want her in the house. What you think? She gonna steal something? So anyway, so she's like, there is a guest house. So what I think I'm going to do is see if they want to stay in the guest house. And so then when the ladies pull up in their vehicle, she walks outside. She says, hey, Evelyn's standing behind the door. She doesn't want to be seen, but she does want to hear what's going on, or she wants to hear Jennifer's reaction. So then Shaunie's like, look, I know that you have your issues with Evelyn, and then you're new here. We really don't know you. So I mean, there is a guest house. I don't know if maybe y'all want to go stand, and the friends like, look, we'll stay in the guest house. We'll stay in the guest house. I'm like, girl, Jennifer didn't even have time to talk. You was just like, we'll stay in the guest house. We'll stay in the guest house. So of course, Evelyn rolled in her eyes because Jennifer's like, yeah, I don't want to have to put a chair by my door so that nobody can come in. Evelyn, you might be just that damn crazy. So I don't know. Y'all, when it comes to this whole Dominique situation, and Phoebe too, I feel like they doing team too damn much, and I just feel like they need to ease their way on into the situation. Dominique, stay vouching for a woman that you don't know whether she said it or not, and talking about she'll never lie, and I had 3 latchkey kids, and all of this. I'm like, girl, you're giving us 2 information that we really don't care about because we don't know you like that yet. Let us warm up to you, okay? And with OG in Malaysia, I'm just like, listen, y'all just gonna have to let it go. Malaysia, you specifically, you keep trying to make this big, nice, cohesive family. It just ain't working for you right now. Just leave it alone. Let people be great by themselves, individually. individually. They don't need to be together all the dang time, okay? You keep striving for your family. I get it. I understand it. But you can't be the little pit bull that's going after everybody. All right, y'all. That's all I have for you today. Go ahead. Get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this episode. Do you think that Dominique and Phoebe are team too damn much? Because I believe they are. And Phoebe trying to make a beef with OG. I'm like, girl, you might need to calm down because your little butt might get body slammed just like Malaysia said, okay? And what do you think about Tammy finally revealing that she's married? I think it's time. But Jackie, she's talking about, well, I feel like, you know, this is something exciting so everybody should know. But Jackie, you act like Evelyn not in the group. You act like everybody is genuinely going to be happy for her. And until next time, bye.
Yeah, low key and maybe high key. I been peeped that you like.